No.
I hear stuff.
Okay, cool.
It's delayed.
Okay.
You hear that?
I did. Okay, so apparently my built-in microphone on my phone doesn't pick up sound until I plug in my headphones with an inline microphone. That was all that crackling you heard was me untangling the headphones because they're in a little pouch thingy, but you know, of course they're going to tangle in there. So we are good to go. Thank you for your patience. Don't make fun. The wife is literally my wife. So yeah, if you think she sounds especially harsh, then it's fine. She's like right here. I can tickle her feet where she's sitting. And also, you probably won't be able to hear her because of my sound. So sorry. So as the title says, I have a. This is from Dye Moon Shop. Wow, my wife is so rude. Uh, they ship out of Manila, the Philippines. So if you're used to AliExpress shipping prices, then there'll be a bit of a shock, but they're definitely worth it. This is not one of their homemade ones that they design. Hi, Brian, and also hello everyone else. Let me see your names here because I'm Kim and Misty, um, and Brian. That's everybody. And is that Sag Miller? Hello, hello, hello. Um, you probably just saw my cat walk by. Uh, um, this is what they call the Wise Owl. It's actually only 3 colors, which you can see up here. Which actually, so this would make this a pretty good one for a rookie, but the shipping cost is uh, uh, pretty high. Like to the U.S. is flat rate $40 shipping. So that's why I got like 5. So if you're going in for Dye Moon Shop, you're going in big. I have a plan for these drills. I don't know what's gonna fit. I don't understand why that's doing one. Okay. Now I can actually see what I'm doing on my main screen. Dang it. I got the floating circle of doom on my main computer, so I can actually see what I'm doing. So this should be fun. Um, also, sorry about the angle. It's kind of just the way it's got to be with my setup at the moment. So here's all the drills. We got 2 bags of 3803. That's the purpley burgundy. And we've got one of 791 and one of 5200. So we've got the pink, the blue, and all the white for the details. My wife once called this the bisexual, Bisexowl, because it goes from pink to purple to blue, kind of. If you call this part where the 2 colors combine the purple. Well, anyway. So, how are you guys doing? How's your projects coming along? Yeah, there you go. There's the my helpful, lovely assistant. I'm not sure if all of these pink ones are going to fit in here, but they're in 2 bags, so we'll see. And this is a round, by the way. So I'm going to use labels today. I normally just write on things directly with Sharpie, but I guess I'll be slightly classy today. Can you hand me a pen, wife?
Pen.
Pen. That will do. Thank you. Let's see. 3803 791 5200. Customs are cool. I have a scheme for one that I haven't quite manifested yet. It's going to be a movie poster from a very, very nerdy genre. Oh yeah, I hear you on the crystals. It's very, very hard. This is a round. I'm getting ink all over. Yeah, I actually just got. I can show you guys. I just got done with this guy.
I can see your.
Oh, sorry about the down shirt. Don't judge me. But yeah, I just got done with this guy. This is from Glimg. It's a partial crystal. It's got these great flowers and all these different colors. There's 32 colors. There is some of the regular black rounds in here, just like around this. I forget the name for this blue butterfly. And there's a couple of these have like a black outline, but otherwise everything else here is crystals. This is one of those that I saw on Facebook somewhere, and I went, yep, I'm gonna go buy that one. You flop that over there so you don't see down my shirt again. Okay. So hopefully this ink is dry now, because these labels are glossier than I expected. Oh, I'm sorry about your dog. Yeah, I hate lame partials. And let me qualify that statement. I was poking around looking at partials on I forget if it was Etsy or AliExpress. And I come across one, for example, that is, it's a forest, and there's one tree in the center that is the focus of the picture, and it's got these great colorful branches that, the trunk goes up, and there's all these great colorful branches. But for some godforsaken reason, the only thing you actually stick on that partial is the trunk of the tree. Not the branches, just the trunk. I don't understand it. Actually, I don't want to cut that one open yet. So it was just weird. I'm kind of picky on my partials, but I kind of dig the contrast. And like I've done what I call the drag queen owl. This guy's got these special gems, so, and like you make polka dots in his bow. I like partials with something going on them. But yeah, I agree. A lot of them can just be lame. Defaults to forward camera.
You still streaming?
It has a thing to let me pick up where I left off.
I should go back and look at that cute picture.
So, sorry about that. We're back, I think. Oh, and I see there's 4 on there, so give me a minute to...
You're cute, baby. Cute.
Pardon the clutter, but there's the baby.
Your tummy. Oh no, it's her.
Get this back in the holder.
You might need to put one of
Yep, probably. Okay. Let me play with the angle. Okay. Wife, would you hand me the phone cord again?
No.
It fell.
No.
Alrighty. Wrap this around a little. It stays out of the way. Okay. How's it look?
I closed it. Why I closed it? Looks good, except I can see your knee.
People have to deal with seeing my knee.
I should upload this.
Excuse me. Alrighty. So I've discovered that I like to start with my multi-placer, get that everywhere it can go, and then come in and fill in the cracks. I dropped one. Oh, I see I have a count of 6. Go ahead and say hello if you weren't here before, or if you were, so if you came back after the technical difficulties.
I'm gonna keep passing. I'm gonna try and sync that up.
Okay. I tried that a couple times, but
There we go. Pete, now you can see what everyone can see.
yay! My wife fixed it.
I fixed everything.
No, let me move this cord. Yeah. Maybe I will try to zoom in a bit. Oh, that was fast.
Oh, that's good. Or at least where it was when I said that's good. It was good. Did you answer Brian when he asked if you prefer round or square drills?
Oh, Brian, I thought I answered you before, but maybe it was when the stream died and I wasn't aware. Wow. Oh, no, that's on lower quality. Hopefully that looks okay, because I know my phone zoom isn't the best. But to answer your question, Brian, I kind of take pictures as they come. When given the option, it kind of depends on what the picture is. Like in my box openings recently, I did that Mario one. I got that round since so much of the motif of it was round. And I got a Sailor Moon one, which is a gift for someone, in square, just because it was my first. I think that was the first square I bought. But most of what I have is rounds. I do appreciate that they are more forgiving. But like, I don't hate square so much that I won't buy something if it comes square. And tell me how this looks on your end, guys, because I've had to do some stop gaps too. And I dropped my pen. I had to drop the quality on my viewing end in order to be able to know I'm at least in frame.
I'm gonna drop the quality some more.
Did that come through that time, Brian? Or anybody else, really? Shoving this around, shoving this around. Thank you, wife.
I do have a question.
Why are drills all round or square? Why not hexagons? Um, hexagons would be interesting. Actually, when I found out that there were round and square drills, I need some props here. I was surprised to find that they were all lined up just like a grid. I expected them to be more like this. I forget what the name for this is, but like with more circles stacked in, filling in the gaps. If this little guide makes any sense. I expected them to be stacked like logs, not just directly on top of each other. But yeah, hexagons would be interesting. That would probably solve the gapping problems of rounds that some people don't like, and tuck them in together like in squares. It's probably a production thing. It's probably easier to make circles and squares than it is hexagons, because these are kind of
Cheap.
yeah, these are pretty much cheaply made in mass, as anyone who's gotten a bad bag of 310 knows.
Okay, good. You're still on.
Okay, I can where that where I'm figuring out where my frame actually is so I can stay inside it, because, well, I just started this, so there's a lot of ground to cover.
Oh, I think I picked up the computer. Do you prefer parcels or folds?
Partials. Um, I guess I like partials. Um, the
I
like
want to hold that close to your mouth and not get your arm in front of it.
I appreciate the contrast of partials. Um, when it's done decently. And they're also done faster. I'm not gonna lie. I like that. It's very satisfying to finish a thing. Um, I've kind of finished a full. Um, there's still a few gems I need to place because I misplaced a few bags. That's the AZQSD, the fishy, and that all pink one. Yeah, they each have their pluses and minuses. Whether it's a full or a partial doesn't really um, determine whether or not I'm going to pick up a thing. I was actually surprised. I didn't realize this Wise Owl only had 3 colors. That was definitely a surprise. But excuse me, the bisexual, as my wife corrects me in my ear.
Louisiana.
Oh, hello, Lisa. I wanted to visit Louisiana. My parents had their big 10-year anniversary trip to New Orleans for Mardi Gras. Way many years ago. Funny story though. While they were staying there, there was a very early morning knock on their hotel room door. And it was very insistent, like a banging on the door. So, since my dad is on his anniversary trip, he's not in a big hurry to go answer that door, but he does anyway. And standing outside is the police. And they're like, "Sir, can we speak to your wife, please?" And he's like, "What is this about?" And they wouldn't tell him anything. So, just to get it over with, he got my mom up, and she came to the door. Cop holds up a picture next to my mom's face, and goes, "Nope, not her." And the cops go on their way. No explanation. My mom apparently resembled somebody that was wanted for whatever. This was like maybe early 90s, early to mid 90s. So after that, my dad went to one of those novelty photo taker places, and he got a wanted poster for my mom made. I mean, she sat for the photos because they did like mugshot pictures straight on and then from the side, and it was hanging in our den at my dad's house for decades afterwards. It was pretty funny. I think that was one of those "we'll tell you the story when you're older" sorts of things when I asked about it. I'm glad you guys enjoyed that story. on down here? There's things that are not where they belong. Do I have too many drills crammed in here? Let's see. No, I don't. They're just stupid. Okay. Everybody fall into place. Get in line. Um, AC Moore, no. That's a craft store line, right? We just have Michael's and Joann's up here. I've heard of it from cross-stitching people. We had for a while Hancock Fabrics, but I think they went out of business. I'm in the Midwest, Northwest Indiana.
It sucks.
And my Pacific Northwest born and raised wife says, it sucks. It was kind of just like that.
Rude.
But she has a much cuter voice than that. Until I moved you out here, you didn't live anywhere like east of Oregon, did you?
No, I didn't.
She confirms that no, she didn't. We got churches like they got coffee shops. 2 on every corner. Yeah, I feel that, Brian. My local Joann's used to be literally on the end of the block outside of the neighborhood I grew up, so I could walk there if I wanted to, and I did frequently when I was a teenager in college. But then they built a new shopping center that was going to give Joann's a lot more space, so they moved out there. So now it's like a 10-minute drive. For the record, it used to be, you know where the plasma place is now?
Oh, it's up there?
Yeah, it used to be in that lot. Yeah, now there's a plasma donation place where you can get money for plasma there.
Capitalism is hell.
And that's not meant to judge people. My commentary on that is not meant to judge people that do that for money. Gotta do what you gotta do.
You're an Uber driver.
Yeah, I'm an Uber driver, so I should not be judging anyone for what they do to make money. Kind of wish more companies would get in on the selling diamond paintings in stores bandwagon. Get some price competition in there because diamond dots is crazy expensive. Sure, there's with the coupons and whatnot, but it just feels like artificially inflated because they know people are going to use the coupons. There's one Diamond Dots I'm super interested in. It's like the Cat Waves one. I think that's what it's called. Hey, that's cool. Are they the Diamond Dots or other ones? Diamond Dots also just recently came out with a bunch of Halloween ones that look pretty cute. But I don't know if I should really be spending that kind of money right now.
No, you shouldn't.
My wife says, no, you shouldn't. Diamond Dots, the name on them is Diamond Art by Leisure Arts. Oh, Leisure Arts is getting in on that. Okay. Because they've done lots of cross stitch stuff over the years. I guess it's not that much of a segue. Same charts, different supply.
He says their gift range from $9.99 to $24.99.
Oh, that's not bad. Still spoiled by AliExpress though. Thought I had 3, but I lost one along the way. It ran away like a kitty. Like a kitty on the street when I just want to say hello.
God, you're adorable.
was not trying to say hello with my car. I just happened to be in a car. Overall time on this right now. .40 I think I'll keep going with this until 5 o'clock my time, which is another half hour. And then call it a day. I'm kind of hunched over doing this way, and it's starting to hurt. Because I am old. Next one of these I might experiment with doing it on Twitch. The Twitch audience is very different from the YouTube audience. Oh, nice. Oh yeah, I've heard that AC Moore uses takes their competitors' coupons.
Oh, okay.
I've heard that from other people. I used to be very knee deep in the in cross stitch communities on Facebook before I found diamond painting, so I have heard lots of things. Yeah, my username over there is girl named Lance. You'll see a little bit of Stardew Valley action on there previously. Just kind of see what I like better, what works better, and I'll see about like doing a little quickie video on YouTube to let you guys know about when to expect it when it starts, and a link to where it will be. So, and you can watch without making an account. It's the chatting that requires one, but it's pretty simple to make. And it's actually, you can attach it to your, if you have Amazon Prime, you can attach it to your Amazon Prime, and you can subscribe to me that way. And it's like a super easy way to support people you like. But I will explain all of that when the time comes. Well, this tray's almost empty already. Steak. Shaky, shaky. And you would think I remember to turn my notifications off, but no dice.
I told you.
My wife did warn me that I should. off frame. Thank you, Brian. Yeah, I'm over that now. Honestly, I'm probably gonna delete that. That's played out at this point. On one hand, I kind of dislike call out culture because it can get nasty, but I was upset at the time, so I did it anyway. But I appreciate the support from everyone. Yeah, basically. I think probably what bothered me the most was the whole like making the comment and then deleting it immediately, knowing it would show up in my notifications, so I would be the only one that would see it. I mean, if you're going to be a douche, and just do it where everyone can see you being a douche. Be brave in your douchebaggery.
Even the subscription is turned on Twitch, I don't think.
No, I'll have to fix that. Could you go check out the litter box? I smell something bad. But yeah, hopefully he doesn't leave anything nasty like that on anybody else. Not because like I hope I taught him a lesson sort of deal, but just, you know,
Shut up.
that's not cool. Also, who the heck calls themselves a diamond painting king anyway? It's just silly, especially when you don't have videos of your own. Yeah, absolutely. I know Donnie said that she got some iffy comments from people about Teslin being in her videos, which is also not cool. And I'm wandering off frame here a little bit, but there's just a few I want to get real fast. My wife is making a mess in the kitchen. If we don't get our deposit back, I'm blaming you. Actually, I'm blaming the cat. I'm starting to feel like I'm ready to start getting together that Heaven and Earth design plan that I've had since I've started this. I started doing these as a practice run, so that I had some technique down before I picked up a project of that size. Yeah, her pens are super cute. I know I sound like a advertising robot, but Diamond Shop has pens you can get with your stuff. Yeah, I like her willingness to experiment, like basically live, like just kind of figure things out as she goes, and her willingness to try shops for people, put like her money at risk, basically, even though I think it's a calculated risk at least. Teslin is adorable. Butterfingers. Now, I watch Donnie, Ella at Kicking Cancer's Butt and Diamond Painting, Brandy at Abstract Crafter a little bit. I just started watching her. I also watch Gwenny at Everything Gwenny. I've watched a little bit of I can't remember her real name, but she's Gone Off My Meds is her channel name. Not like a super fan of all the filters and stuff. So I take those in small doses. But Wendy, thank you. But to each their own. A little bit of fruitini as well. But generally, Donnie and Ella and Gwenny, I tend to catch up every time they put something up. And I have watched some of Stitcherista when she did cross stitch videos, and I've got a couple of her diamond painting videos. A lot of the old, a lot of established cross stitch floss tube people have made the jump to diamond painting.
Is cross stitch problematic now or something?
Okay. Trying to find places where I can stay in frame without having to move
We
camera.
can zoom out.
I don't want to zoom out.
Here, let me help.
No. My wife is taking over production. So if anything screwy happens, it's not my fault.
Yeah, it is.
No, it's not.
You married me.
Oh, well, I guess I guess that's true. Oh, that'll work, I guess. Multiplacer is tricky at first. I would say definitely start with a 3. And it's more or less just you kind of gotta think in advance a little bit, because you could put the thing in there one way and be able to use the multiplacer twice, or if you do it the other way, you would only get to use it once, and you'd have to place everything else individually. There's nothing wrong, and there's nothing wrong with the checkerboard method either. I don't know if you saw it on that other thing I showed. Oh no, the daughter is complaining. Oh no. And do you want to get fur on this thing? Let me. We're taking a cat break. Give me her.
Oh no.
See. Whoa. That was my bad. That was not the cat. Maybe.
She's not showing up.
No.
She should definitely show up now.
I have a. Yeah, there we go. You can see a little bit of her. There we go. The wife kidnapped her and brought her over here.
She diamond paint.
Don't worry, you guys saw me pull the plastic down. This is my daughter. Can you guys hear her complain about being held? I'm giving her smooches. She is Jules, spelled Jools. She is all black except for a white spot on her chest, and she's got like a white bikini. When I named her, I was like, oh, she's got like a jewel on her chest, but I don't want to spell it like Jules, like, you know, the normal way. So then I thought of Jules Holland, who is a classic BBC presenter. He does a show called recently he does a show called Later with Jules Holland, which is it's a great um, format for a music show. Basically, a circle in which Jules Holland stands, and they just play, and then they cut to the next one, and they're already set up like slightly, so they just gotta like pivot the camera. Um, and it's just band after band after band. There's no other like late night show bullshit. I got her from a friend of mine whose cat got let out against by her parents against her wishes, and she found a boyfriend. Her mom was black and fluffy.
Heterosexuality, am I right?
And so when the cat got pregnant, and when she had her kittens, I was just moving out on my own for the first time into an apartment that did allow pets. And so I was like, hey, I'll take one of the kittens. I'm like, okay. She wasn't like selling them. She was just trying to get them to good homes. It came down to there being two very similar looking black kittens. One of them apparently was snugglier than the other. So when it came time to give me one of them, her mother was going to keep one of them, and she wanted to keep the snugglier of the two. Because I don't blame her for that. So she picked them up and assessed them, tried to figure out which one it was, because they were very identical, and they weren't using like colored collars like you see shelters use. And so she gave me the one she gave me. A couple weeks later, I'm talking to my friend. She's like, by the way, my mom is pissed at you. Now, her mother being pissed for random reasons is nothing new. She's kind of neurotic. For reasons I won't go into right now. But as it turns out, she gave me the cuddlier kitten. Now, cats' personalities can change as they get older. A less snuggly kitten can be a snugglier adult. A snuggly kitten can be a less snuggly adult. But I was kind of amused because I was annoyed at her for how she treated her daughter during her wedding. My friend, that is, during her wedding. Basically, she got her into a wedding that was kind of wedding her mother wanted, that didn't look anything like her as a person, my friend as a person. So it was one of those cases. Which, if my friend wanted to like make sure her mom was happy to make sure she paid for it, then that's life. But I didn't really talk to her about it because I felt kind of rude. Oh, hello, Diane. Newton, Massachusetts. This is a very non-eastern seaboard question. Is that anywhere near Boston at all? I would look it up normally, but like my hands are busy and my phone is busy.
Newton is 7 miles away from Boston.
Oh, my wife just looked it up. She says it's just outside of Boston. 7 miles. Oh, I hope. You're probably well north of Florence, yes? Because I know that was like around South Carolina. Nearest I've been to that area is DC, and
That's not very near.
actually I went to Raleigh and a small town outside of Norfolk. Are you and yours okay out there, Brian? This is a round. It's a partial round. So like the white gaps that you see here aren't stuck, but the white gaps inside the owl are. There's only 3 colors to this guy. This burgundy color, and there's like a dark blue kind of purpley color, and white.
Like 4 minutes by.
Okay.
I would recommend zooming out on the entire thing to show people again.
Very glad to hear. We had some nasty tornado action come through here a few years ago. How long will this take me to do? Well, I've done what I've got here in about a little over an hour. So I'd say maybe 6 or 7 hours that I could finish this one. Especially since there's so few colors, so I won't be jumping around too much. And especially now that I have gotten the hang of the multi-placer here. The 3. Oops, I lost one. Oh, okay, you can stay there. Hey, week off from work, that's always a plus. No, my wife doesn't do them. She did a little bit of cross stitching with me when we first got started with that. She just tends to make commentary because she thinks she's funny.
And funny.
Yes, you are funny. Whoops, I bumped my headphone cord. And she appreciates the final products. She says they are cute. Come back, focus.
You said you were about to stop anyway, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna be wrapping this up soon, but my wife is going to help me get my focus back because I killed it.
Phone is warm.
Yeah, that doesn't surprise me. Try zooming out. Did it go? There we go. Ah, too far.
Sorry. Let me just. Well,
Good job.
sorry.
Don't mind those technical difficulties. Out of the holder. Okay, fine. We'll go.
Here. It's really warm. This phone is really warm. I would recommend putting it into this.
Okay. Well, my phone is apparently super hot. Oh, the cord is in the frame. There we go. So I'm going to wrap this up here.
Behold the bisexual.
So this is as far as we got. Just a bunch down here. But yes, those of you that are joining us late, we call this the bisexual because it's going to be like pink, then purple, then blue colors, and that's what the bi flag looks like.
There's just like one drill there.
Yeah, I noticed that. It wasn't laying correctly. My wife is pointing out there's just one random drill here. I'm just gonna stick it.
Stick with it.
Stick with it, yes. So yeah, that's where we are. Again, for those that came late. Oh, thank you, Diane. This is the Wise Owl from Diamond Shop, as the title says. It's DIY Moon Shop, but they pronounce it Diamond on their videos. That's the store that's run by Rowana Jameer. She does those packing videos. It's shipped from Manila, Philippines. So shipping can be high, but it's definitely worth it. They have good stuff. So that is all for now.
Where's the kitty?
Love, peace, and taco grease. She's in the cat's in the cat tree. We're gonna get one last shot of our cat, who is adorably bathing herself. Thank you, Brian, and I'll see you guys later. Just keep sticking.
All right. How do we do this? How do we end it?
I don't know how we end it. Oh, yeah.